All right, everybody. John, fresh off the plane, back stateside. Welcome back to the
Thank
land
you,
of the
Carlito.
brave and the free.
Oh, well, thank you so much, man. I always say I never feel as American as I do when I'm in Ireland, and I never feel as Irish as I do as when I'm in the States.
Lady Mary, I've been
How
thinking
did how
about
did you
you.
feel in Madrid?
Oh man, I love Madrid. The people who I met and the friends that I stayed with, uh, the venue that I played, man, the show, just the whole experience was uh, on a whole nother level. Like, you know, I mean, certainly there's something about being in a new place for the first time. That was my first time in Spain. Um, and I've toured so much in Germany and Switzerland and Ireland and the UK. But being in Spain, just something about Spanish people and culture uh, really resonates with me. And I think it's mutual. It was amazing. It was killer.
When you were up here in Maine and we were hanging out, you told me a little bit about how Madrid officially got on the map. Is that something that you can share with everybody else? Because what was the name of the
My guy?
the Spaniard?
Yeah, my guy. He's
Yeah.
probably gonna watch this, so his name is Juan Rubio Lorenzo Paz.
Mhm.
And he's a great guy. He and his wife Loretto. I met them on a flight. This is how it happened. I met them on a flight home from Nashville, I think, and I sat next to them. And when I sat down, they said, "Oh, you must be the Irishman." And I said, "Yes." "And you must be the Spaniard." I'm not sure if I actually did say Spaniard, but I mean, it adds to the story, right? Like he wasn't wearing like a silver hat or anything like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I knew they were speaking Spanish, so I knew they were from Spain or a Spanish-speaking country, and we hit it off, man, thick as thieves within like 45 minutes of talking. We were showing each other like pictures of our families and telling personal life stories and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Happened really fast. And then at one point, Juan Rubio said, "Now we must make an eternal pact." Isn't that right, Juan Rubio? You know. Yeah, we talked about it a lot when I was over there. But because it's a really interesting story, like it's a really kind of in like the quote unquote normal world, it's not very common. But somehow I think in the life of a touring musician, we look for these kind of things to happen.
Right.
So the eternal pact that he was offering was to be friends forever. And I said, "Okay, I can do that." And he put out his hand and he said, "Take my hand." And he looked me right in the eye, like got up real close. He's like, "Say it. Say it. Say it." So I was like, say what?" He said, "That you and I are now friends forever." And I said, "Okay." And I sort of like took inventory of my like cosmology and belief system and stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally down with that. I can do that." And I said, "Okay. And we are friends until the day we die." And he said, "No. Now we are friends even after we die." Yeah. And it turns out that it's true. And that's the power of an eternal pact with the Spaniard.
Like, so from the get-go, Piscato felt like that is going to be a fun night.
Yeah, it really
Uh,
was, you know. It was killer. And they had professional video, and the room was real vibey, small venue. I don't know if they would call themselves like a rockabilly venue, but it's got that vibe.
yeah.
Juan Rubio got some excellent photos and videos, and at some points on my finger picking, sort of more ballad type songs, you could hear a pin drop.
Who took the heart out of the heartland? Who took the wild out of wild blue yonder? Who took the middle out of middle class? And who took the Indians out of the summer? And who took the clues away from the rebels? Who took the peace out of the pipe? Who took the candy away from the baby? Who made a living off of taking your life? Whoa, was it you? Was it me? I can't say. Was it everyone who's looking the other way?
Take us from Madrid somewhere else that stood out on this last leg of 2025 on your summer tour before Forbidden Hymns is coming out. Like, where does it take you as you look back? You're just like, I want to share this other night that happened.
Yeah, man, it was very diverse in terms of venues. I played in Hamburg at a great music venue. I mean, for people on like the singer-songwriter circuit in Europe, it's widely considered like the best venue in Germany. It's called Music Star, and I played there once, like 12 years ago, and it was really cool to be back. That was packed. Did a solo show there. Loved it. I loved the sound in that room and built-in crowd, If you look around here, you can see on the walls and stuff all the people that I played here. And many, many more for sure.
Had a brother at K-Song fighting off the Viet Cong. They're still there, but he's all gone. He's gone. Had a woman he
And then from
loved
there,
inside
I played in Parchim, which is a pretty small village, about equidistant between Hamburg and Berlin. And a friend of mine lives there. He's also a singer-songwriter called Joseph Parsons. Check out his music if you can. And we played a show there together, packed. And I'm going to play there again. And I also played this amazing, like, way outside the box kind of festival. And it was a festival that had a lot of spirituality and really progressive Christian communities were represented there. Yeah, I played on a Saturday night, and again, it was packed. There must have been like 500-600 people there for my show. Yeah, And then I got to hang out shortly after that with my personal favorite filmmaker, uh, period. His name is Wim Wenders. If you don't know him, you need to watch his films, especially Wings of Desire, Don't Come Knockin', Paris, Texas, but start with Wings of Desire. So I got to see him right around his 80th birthday. We hung out in Berlin. And then from there I went to went to Switzerland. Get off the train in Switzerland, man, and walking around Zurich with friends of mine, and there's these huge posters of me, artistically rendered, like pattern with just my name and the advertisement for the candlelight concert at the Grossmünster. That means that's German for the big monastery or the big church. Church that was built in the 1200s.
Wow.
Did a candlelight concert there. I was going to say the other poster was like one of my press photographs that was turned into a poster for the concert. And I saw it all over the place in Zurich. It was wild. Good evening. I would say it's good to see you, but I can't see you.
Calling my name and singing like a flame in the sun. Dancing with devils, running with rebels.
So there was a lot of time and funds put into promoting that show. Did that show with Thomas Marmier. Thomas is a Zurich-based electric guitar player. Well, he plays acoustic too, and he's great. We've been playing together for like 12, 15 years. And every time we do it,
Europe, you meet up with Tom?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he's just great. Like I'm biased, but he is the best guitar player in Switzerland.
Shoot.
Yeah. And I went home I went to Belfast, and I didn't have a show booked there, but I found a great open mic at a venue that would be a great venue for me in the future called Sunflower. Super cool, like not a traditional Irish pub. It's focused on music and community and the building a collective, like. And then I also played at a pub called Madden's, and my mother is her maiden name is Madden, Carol Madden. So that felt like coming home too. Played there, and it was great. Like, people were really into it, but it was a spontaneous thing. And yeah, and then I went to West Clare with my good friend Siobhan O'Brien. Check out her music, Siobhan O'Brien. She has one of the most haunting, beautiful voices to ever come out of Ireland, as far as I'm concerned. Great songwriter, great singer. New record coming out soon. And we played. Oh, it was a show that I played with another songwriter called Tony Benn. And Tony's great too. Tony Benn. He's a West Clare singer-songwriter. Man, it was just so cool. Like, something about the audiences in Europe, where you get the sense that they still believe they still have this long history and thread into current culture that really honors and has a place of respect for songs and stories and like the role of the bard. I felt that everywhere I went.
How are you walking with out of a bar in Madrid into a church in, where was it?
Zurich, and
Zurich, and then into a pub in Ireland, and
yeah,
surviving the, like, what would, make a lot of people dizzy.
maybe. I think there's only a dichotomy there, it, if you perceive there to be one. There really is no tension and no difference. Look, I cut my teeth playing music in the church, like so many, countless singers and performers, in lots of genres. And all throughout my music career, I've always like welcomed invitations to play for churches and festivals that have a Christian identity. I won't play at festivals that are Christian festivals that are rife with conservative ideology. I just won't do it. My policy right now, when I get invited, I was telling you about this. If I'm invited to a church or a Christian college or university or a festival of that ilk, I will tell them up front that if I do come, I will directly from the stage or the pulpit, if I'm invited to speak, matters of equality, human and civil rights, and real justice for the oppressed and the marginalized, and I'm going to speak to it head on. And just so you know, and if that's not something you want, then that's fine. I don't have to come to your church, but just know that I will say those things. However, if it's a invitation from something like Freakstock in Germany, I know that I don't have to even make that prerequisite known.
Right.
But then back to the dichotomy, or the false dichotomy of like rock and roll venue contrasted to a church. I don't see any. I think all the lines there are imaginary, and I've seen more devils in churches than I have in most bars and pubs, and I've seen more real community and real talk, from the gut, and real shit happening in bars that the pearl clutchers in churches can't handle.
When you were up in Maine, and we got to play at Gringo's Cantina, that community was felt, and it also, with songs like No One Gets Out of Here Alive, having us sing into it, there was a lot of magic going on, in which all of a sudden the pub became the church, right? I felt that in a way that, for a long, that's what I want to feel when I'm at a pub. Now, there's also the bars where you go in and play and there's nothing but stupidity happening, right? So there's there's pubs and there's pubs, and there's churches and there's churches, and some
Yeah.
pubs that feel like churches and churches that feel like pubs, and it's just
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
that it's
And
messy like that.
to your point, I mean, vice versa is also true. I mean, there's churches where I walk in and I feel like I just don't get why people are even there. And there's sociological reasons for it. And that's a whole nother large conversation, right? There's theological reasons for it, et cetera, and so forth. But like, how much of it is nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I really feel like part of what I do, maybe even part of who I am, like intrinsic to my role in the world and identity, is to collapse the false dichotomy between the sacred and the quote unquote profane.
I like that.
What I mean by profane, I mean like in the old school way of the definition, which is like the vernacular, the secular, right? And because it, so much, I feel like, there's a lot of sacredness going on all around us at all times. I mean, this is a spirit-soaked world we're in, and that spirit does not respect the strange boundaries that we prop up. Not for a second.
No one gets out of here.